What's up, friends, and welcome back. It's Tianna, and I am with my father again on my way home to Pekin. Who's surprised? I probably spend like 70% of my weekends there or in Mokina, even though I live in a pretty cool place. So, besides the point, I'm going home for a bridal shower actually tomorrow. So today's Friday, and it's only 9 a.m. right now. Well, 9:30 now. I took the day off because I have a doctor's appointment in Pekin today. And it's just easier to come home on a Friday to do that, and then whatever I have to do the rest of the weekend. But even though it's really early right now, I already want to share some shitties and titties of my day.
Do I need to hear this?
Shitties. I woke up at 3 a.m. for no reason, and I'm a really good sleeper, and I couldn't get back to bed. So I typically get like 8 hours of sleep a night. Like, I fall asleep easily. I'm a heavy sleeper, and I only get up to my alarm. Like, amazing. But I don't know why I woke up at 3 a.m. in like a panic. I must have had a dream that my alarm already went off and that I snoozed it, and my train was at 7 a.m. So I thought that I missed it, but it was literally only 3. So you'd think I'd fall right back asleep, but instead I literally just like laid in bed until I had to get up and get ready for the train. So that was shitty number 1. Shitty number 2, it was raining out. It's raining here too, but that meant that I couldn't walk to the train. I mean, technically I could, but I didn't want to walk to the train when it's dark and rainy. So I got an Uber. So that's another shitty in general, just because I had to pay $6, but then it's also a shitty because my driver sucked. He was supposed to arrive at like 6:23. I always like try to do things early whenever you take like an Uber pool, because you never know how many people they're gonna pick up, who they're gonna drop off, what time you're actually gonna get to the train station. But my arrival time to the train was supposed to be 6:40, which you always want to be early to get a good seat. And I didn't get there until 6:52. Because he literally didn't know where he was going. He like thought that my name was Nina, that he picked up a Nina. I'm like, no, you picked up Tianna, and like, I don't know, like I was in the right car because I like looked at the license plate. I made sure that he had the name that it said. Whatever, I don't know. It was just like a really weird situation, and thankfully the other girl in the car was super cool and allowed him to drop me off first because we were close to the train station anyways. I literally live a mile from it. Whatever, that was a shitty. Another shitty, on the train, it was freezing. I was so cold, and I'm wearing this turtleneck sweater, some like, I don't know, like Lucy pants, like comfy pants, and then a jean jacket too, and I was literally in like a ball fetal position on the train because I was so flippin' cold. But I think that's probably the last shitty, so the rest of the day needs to be titties. I have had some titties so far today though, so let's end on a good note, some positives here.
You get to see your dad?
I get to see my dad, with him now, going home. Also gonna see my mom and my brother. Some other titties that have already happened. Well, I did make it to the train on time, even though the Uber sucked. And then on the train, I got a window seat this time, which was nice, and no one sat next to me. It was a pretty empty train.
The train was on time.
That's what I was just gonna say, and the train was finally on time. That's only the second time that's ever happened to me, so I'm like pumped about that. I didn't have to pee this time either, so I'm like totally fine. I am hungry, but I'm not gonna count that as like a titty or a shitty because I'm always hungry. And then another titty was that on the train, I actually was getting good service. A lot of times when I'm like watching YouTube videos, they cut out a ton, but that didn't happen this time at TG. And I was watching so many funny videos. They were literally like making my morning. I was like cracking up to myself in the seat. Have you guys ever seen the videos where people, I think they call them like something's on your head magic trick or something? They're so funny to me, especially when the people believe them. So I watched like literally 14 of those where the guys, if you're not familiar, it's like someone comes up to someone else and says like, oh, you got something in your hair, can I get it for you? And then someone else is behind that like subject and hands the magician an object to like pull and pretend it was on that person's head. And they're like obscene objects, like a leaf blower, boxes of pizza, a light bulb. There's like so random and funny, like that would never actually be sitting in your hair. But some people like obviously know it's like magic. They're like, what, how'd you do that? But some people literally believe it. Like an old woman was like, there was a light bulb in my hair? Like I felt something brush me earlier, but I don't know how there was a light bulb in there. It just like makes my day. It is so funny. So if you ever need a good laugh, Google the something's on your head magic tricks. It's so good. And yeah, like my dad said, I'm here with him now. He got me a coffee at Subway. Like we're starting to stay right. Probably gonna have to take a nap later, honestly, like probably after my doctor's appointment or something, but doesn't mean that that's a shitty either. Titties for the rest of the day. Okay, I forgot to mention that I did have a banana on the train this morning for breakfast, and this is like a lunch-ish brunch, because I'm still gonna have lunch with my parents later, but this was left over in the fridge. My dad just made like pasta with noodles, gnocchi, and pasta sauce, and then this is a mix of like the pickle rice, black beans, mushrooms, looks like corn, tomato, etc. Just like a big mix. Kind of similar to like what he made last time I was home. And I couldn't decide between the two, so then, well, I did half and half in a bowl. All right, guys, it's been a productive day. Actually, let's say hi to Mom. You guys have seen my dad a couple times, but this is my beautiful mother, Jody. We just did a lot, actually. I had a doctor's appointment, as you know, and then we went to, did we not do a lot? Did we only go to Goodwill?
Went to accountant, we went to
Oh yeah, my mom had to go to the accountant and the bank, and then, oh, we went to another like thrift shop that was like very disappointing. And then we went to Goodwill, which I needed sweaters and like active tops, like fitted active tops for yoga class. And I got both. Well, I only got one sweater, but then I also got a jacket and a dress and a couple active tops. Might show them to you guys later. They're super cute though. Oh, and like I got a muffin tin. I don't know if I got a deal on it. We like don't know how much those cost at normal places, but I think it was like $3. And I don't know, I just felt like maybe I'll make muffins sometime, and I like don't have kitchen utensils for that. Or like I saw this hack where you can make donuts in a muffin container by like putting foil to like make the hole. So I don't know, I might like try to get creative soon. I'm like feeling very motivated lately with the kitchen supplies that I've been buying. So we're on our way home to pick up my daddy-o, and then we're gonna go try a restaurant. Well, I'm gonna try the restaurant called Time Kitchen. My parents have been there before and they love it. They have like vegetarian options that you can make vegan. And I guess it's like super like cute, like aesthetic and whatnot. So I'm super pumped about that. And then I'll take you along for the rest of the day. We realized since we're finally together, my mom and I, we should probably show you this saggy eyelid syndrome that we're talking about. Most people say I actually look like my dad, but every time like we're like this, I feel like I look like you.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm in between. Like I obviously have your eyelids.
You have the Lutz gene a lot.
Yeah, and you both have little top lips, you and Dad, so I can't really tell whose I have that.
Yeah.
But I do have Dad's like pointy long nose, I feel.
And I got the fat nose.
The wider nose.
Yeah. But see what your eyelids will look like in 24 years?
Not if I get Botox.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, that was almost a fail.
Good job, Mom. And for an appetizer, we got Brussels sprouts.
Amazing.
Looks so good.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I forgot to show you my actual meal. I only showed you the appetizer, but the meal was like a risotto with mushroom and squash, and then on top was like celery root, which I've never heard of, but it was actually so good and so filling. I'll insert like a picture of it because I did take a picture, but it's like not a very good picture and it doesn't show the risotto underneath. So it looked small, but it was just like a stacked meal, and honestly so good. But now I'm laying down before we go to the boat club because like I told you earlier, I woke up at like 3 a.m. so I feel like I need to try to take a nap to even do anything tonight. So that's where we're at right now. I finally got up. It feels like 10 p.m. but it's only like 6, so thankful I took that nap. It was so needed. I'm ready to rally. I'm good. I'm glad Bailey's hungover before she comes over so she doesn't want to go hard tonight because I'm exhausted. Y'all, look at all these phones we found in an old drawer. Like TBT, my first Envy, my first Razor. I used to literally like paint the backs of phones with nail polish. That was like such a trend in like high school. Not all of these were mine, but oh my God. The OG iPhone. This is literally like so tiny. Look how little. I'm amazed. So we went to the boat club. I obviously didn't win the money. Came back and just hung out with Bailey, like just chilling at my table, which was fun, while eating some pickles and ketchup. And also snacked on some granola just because I was like bored eating, to be honest. And now I'm gonna hit the hay because I am exhausted. I think that like 3 hours of sleep I got last night is catching up to me. So this girl is ready for bed. Look who's joining me in bed. Oh, your eyes look creepy. Sunny bunny. Sunny. This is the only good part about Kyle not coming to Pekin with me, is that he's allergic to cats, so we can't spoil Sunny or let him sleep with us. But when Kyle's not here, Sunny and I can be buds. Alright, it's Sunday morning. I went to the grocery store with my dad and we got things to make this biscuits and gravy that's obviously vegan. The sauce is using, or the gravy is using mushrooms. Dad?
What?
What's the gravy made out of? Yes, it's
Onions, mushrooms, almond milk, flour, cilantro. I put a little kitchen bouquet in.
What's that?
It's like condensed vegetable broth.
Oh. Yeah, and in case you're wondering, the crescent rolls are like accidentally vegan, and they have new Hawaiian roll ones that are vegan as well.
Pillsbury.
We're using the Pillsbury brand. Yeah. I am snacking on some cashew granola now just because I wanted a snack and there's barely any left, so I figured I'd take the rest. But it's literally about to like downpour outside. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like sprinkling and thundering and so windy, and I feel like it's gonna be like real bad soon. All right, I've been laying in bed watching TV with my mom for hours. So I'm finally on my way to the dollar store. Surprise, surprise. I told you guys I literally go to the dollar store every time I go to the burbs or home, which is so convenient, and it's my favorite store of all time. Anyway, I just want to get some like accidentally vegan food for another video, as well as I need like wrapping paper, a card. My dad's making chili, so that'll be dinner today, and he needs some chili seasoning, so I'm getting that here as well. And that's probably it, to be honest. I can't really remember what else is on my list. Just wanted to let you guys know that I was going to the dollar store because I love it so much, and so you don't forget how much I do love it. All right, the trip was a success. I got everything my parents needed, and I got so many snacks that are like accidentally vegan. It was like so fun actually, like using the Is It Vegan app to scan the items. But I'm like so pumped to film that video in a few days. Like probably gonna gain 5 pounds in a night, but it's gonna be so awesome.
It was light.
All right, Daddy-O at it again with another homemade meal that I did not cook. So thankful for him being a great chef as I'm home. So he made some chili. He's been like literally fiending to make this. So in it is just like literally a ton of canned beans, like kidney beans, black beans, etc. And then he threw in some quinoa, some lentils, diced tomatoes. All of it was literally just like thrown in together and then cooked together as well. And then he also on the side used the rice maker to make some more pickle rice that you could eat on its own or add into that. So super simple, but like so good and perfect for a chilly fall day. So I got myself a bowl mixing both, and it is so freaking good. He also added some taco seasoning and some smoked paprika seasoning. All right, it's been a super slow day. It literally just scared my mom. But Mom and I are headed over to our friend Brittany's bridal / bachelorette party like in one. So it's gonna be so much fun. We're so pumped. We're actually doing like an escape room and then I believe going out afterwards. So I am so excited to see all these girls that I haven't seen in so long. We're all living like completely different lives, but like come together for these events, and I just like love it. These are always so fun, and it's like we've never been apart. We finished the escape room in
41 minutes!
I didn't even say room, I said roop or something. It is Sunday and I'm not hungover for once, thank God. But last night was so flippin' fun. The escape room was like literally amazing. We had 11 people, so we finished it so fast. It was like, I love those. I think they're so fun. Like I always think that I'm literally like a freaking dumbass and not good at things like that. And then you do it and you're like, wow, I'm actually like pretty smart. So that was awesome. And then we went to a couple bars after, and it was just so much fun dancing with everyone, and everyone was so just like nice and fun. So I'm so pumped for the wedding in a few weeks. And now I'm just at the gas station. My dad is out there getting gas. And then we're heading to the Bloomington train station. It's pretty early, so my train takes off at 11. I'm supposed to get in around, I think, like 1:15-ish. So pretty good timing. I'll have time to hopefully take a yoga class today, and then I'm trying to convince Kyle to come over because there's like BOGO, buy one, get one free meals at P.F. Chang's for the last day today, and we both love P.F. Chang's. So that's my way of bribing him to get to Chicago, and because I really want to see Trigger. I haven't seen him for about a week, but I also won't see him next weekend because we're going to Champaign for homecoming, and then the weekend after that I'll be able to see him, but that's literally like 3 weeks if I don't see him in between, which would be so sad. So hopefully that happens tonight. We will see. Oh, and I'm so bad at this, and you know, you'd think I'd be getting better at it. Forgot to show you my breakfast. My dad just made like burritos with like just the tortilla shell, a hash brown, and then salsa. And then I also heated up some gravy from yesterday and added it to make it extra unhealthy just because I felt like it sounded good, and you always want like so many carbs and bad food whenever you drink the night before. You know what I mean? So I made it to Chicago. The train was actually on time again. Like, I cannot believe it. I feel like just because I complained so much and like shared that experience with everyone and told them how bad the Amtrak sucks, the Amtrak gods had to like prove to me that they didn't, which I'm not complaining about because I'd rather them not suck. But my train to home and now back were both on time, which is literally a miracle. So now I'm walking back to my apartment. It's like pretty chilly out, but like feels good. And then I think I might actually go to like Whole Foods for lunch. Like, I'm craving like a nutritious giant salad full of random things. And then Kyle texted me earlier, so he'll hopefully be coming for dinner to do the P.F. Chang's thing I talked about earlier, and hopefully bring Trigger, so that's the plan. So that walk home sucked. My hands were like freezing pushing my suitcase, but then the rest of my body was like sweating, and I always think like, should I Uber, should I walk? It's like 1.1 like 1.1 miles, which isn't bad, but when your like suitcase and bags are so heavy, it's like so much harder. And I always do like shitties and titties in my head, like, okay, if I walk, then I'm saving money because I'm not getting an Uber, and I'm also getting exercise, and the only shitty is that it could be kind of difficult. And then if I chose to Uber, the shitties are that I have to pay, I'm not getting exercise, and the only true benefit is that it's just kind of efficient and convenient. So I usually choose to walk and don't regret it, but today I'm just like, ugh, that was not fun. But I made it home, so we Gucci. I unpacked all my clothes in my suitcase upstairs, and now I'm downstairs. I'm gonna unpack all of my like food and kitchen utensils that I got this weekend, which was a lot. I literally have like this entire big bag full. Didn't realize I had that much until I was packing to come back. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna head to Whole Foods because I really want a big salad, like I said. And then I'm hoping to make it to yoga at 4:30. So I just talked to Kai, and I'm actually not gonna be super fit today and go to yoga because I'd rather spend more time with him and Triggy. So they're gonna come pretty soon. And I feel even shittier because I didn't realize that today was the like Chicago Marathon, and I'm seeing a ton of people walking around with those like aluminum looking blankets. So I'm like, shit, here I am being a lazy piece of poo. At least I am getting some walking in, so we can't all be super athletes. I'm back and ready to chow down. This is like less of a salad and more of like a bowl. I do have greens on the bottom, but I have a lot of like mushroom, green beans, a little bit of like orzo and chickpea mix, a few of this like carrot mix I wanted to try, and then I got like 2 falafel. So this isn't as big as I normally get it. Like, I got the smaller bowl and didn't fill it up just because I know Kyle and I are probably going to dinner later, but I needed something now, so this looks delish. Look who it is! Hi! Okay. We've made our way to P.F. Chang's. So I got what I got last time I went with my friend Nicolette. It's called like Buddha's Feast. It's essentially just a bunch of like stir-fried vegetables, and then you get rice on the side to mix in. And then Kyle, Mr. Meat Eater. Bum bum bum.
Trick, why do we get shamed for?
You'll always get shamed by a vegan. who loves you and wants you to be healthy, but he just got like this like spicy chicken mix.
This is vegan, so.
Halfway there. Okay, nothing exciting really happened today. Just chilled with Kyle and Trigger, and they just left, so I am officially in bed. I'm actually so tired, I feel like I might pass out soon. It is past 10, so not like super early, I guess. Probably early for some of you, but like I always say, I'm basically a grandma. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and if you're not already subscribed, shameless plug, to please click that red button below to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next video. Bye!